the CRA Rights Commission. We have two commissioners with us, Commissioner Dr. Mamahati Petu and Commissioner Tsolofelo Musala. Commissioner Petu is also the deputy chairperson of our commission. So we had the privilege of coming into contact with Mr. Leprini and talking about the issue of sacred sites. And as he's passionate about it, he agreed to take us around today and also to come and meet you and hear from you about the issues of the Khoisan people as far as the issue of sacred sites are concerned. That's why we are here today. Thanks for coming.
Pleased to meet you all. Yes.
Ganganzi, Amonzi, Ne, Tsuhu, Atsu, Uina, Ais, Arowa, Itokoba, Yetzis, Ona, Saudari. Thank you.
Good morning, everyone. It's Dean Leprini. It's Sunday morning here in Cape Town, and it's kind of cold and wet and raining, which is great. We need the rain. So I'm inside my office this morning, and just wanted to bring you all an update on Chief Ishaqua from Ocean View, who, as you know, has been ill for the last couple of months, and he really needed some help and support. His family, he hasn't been working, and I wanted to thank all of you who offered donations towards Ishaqua's family. Much gratitude from Ishaqua himself and his wife Hajira for all the funds that came through, donations for Ishaqua. We have already passed over 11,500 rand just in the last not even a month to Ishaqua. So thank you very much to all of you who offered your kind support. There is still a little bit of funds still clearing, and we're going to pass it on as he requires it going forward for his family. So if any of you still wanted to offer support, this is not going to be a quick solution. Ishaqua had a mild stroke. He has some speech impediment that he is overcoming, and he's really wanting to get back to teaching the children the Kokokova dialect of the Khoisan language, which he was involved with before, and that the Sacred Sites Foundation had offered support with. So please, those of you who can, continue to send donations through to those same portals. I will copy them in as well on this email. There is a pay portal on sacredsitesfoundation.co.za if you want to offer support there. Just mark the donation Ishaqua, and it will get to him. So yeah, just really much love and gratitude to you all that lended your support. And I'm also filling you in on an update for the actual Sacred Sites Foundation for what we've been up to recently. And I've managed to actually film a clip of us meeting with Ishaqua in Ocean View with the CRL Rights Commission. That's the Culture, Religion and Language, or Linguistics Division, the Rights Commission, that are specifically communicating with us, the Sacred Sites Foundation, to help shape the way forward for sacred sites in various places across Southern Africa. And of course, they were more interested in the sacred sites here in the Cape Town and surrounding area. So we have met with them, first with Chief Ishaqua in Ocean View, so that he could get to share his thoughts about the needs for the culture and the spiritual and the language of his people. The CRL Rights Commission are mandated to support these communities and to help them to get the necessary rights of access to their sacred heritage sites and their rights to practice their spiritual and rituals as they need to, and to unblock the blockages. So we are very excited to have met with the CRL, Brian Makaketa. We thank him very much and his team for coming down to Cape Town. We also had the opportunity to take them to the sacred sites in and around Cape Town. We went to the Great Burial Cave, which is Pierce Cave, which we already have a custodianship management plan that we've presented to Sandparks, but of course we haven't been awarded any rights to help manage and look after that place. So this is why we are hoping that the CRL is actually going to be a bridge to making this a reality. And so for that, we are very excited. We also met with Chief Kingsley down in the Cork Bay area and pointed out some of the sacred caves and structures there that also need attention. And of course, the rights of access need to be restored back to the people, that they have the freedom to continue to go into the mountains and to do their ritual practices as they desire, without any hindrance from any form of government law. So to exercise their indigenous rights of access to these sacred sites. So again, we were happy to introduce the CRL to Chief Kingsley. We then headed out to Cape Town. We pointed out the Table Mountain itself, what it represents from the sacred site perspective, Woodstock Cave, the problems there regarding access and some of the elements that need to be rectified there, the bad elements as well. And then the two rivers, we met with the representatives that are against the development taking place there in at the two rivers conjunction, where Amazon are building their building. And of course, this is a sacred place where battles were fought, and of course the rivers themselves are of course very, very sacred, especially where there's a confluence where the two come together, a certain energetic that takes place there. But many people died in this area fighting for their land and for their rights. So again, this is where the CRL, we are hoping, are going to step up to the plate and help to support the indigenous peoples with regards to their plight. To declare this a heritage site. So we then traveled to Paarl Mountain, a very, very special sacred site there. We met with with a number of different tribal leaders and elders from that area, and we were able to introduce them all to the CRL Rights Commission, Mr. Brian Makakeheta and his team. And the same thing again, they have helped open the door for people, give them some direction as to how to go forward to present that sacred site and to obtain heritage status and of course rights of access. So the Sacred Sites Foundation again has a blueprint management plan that we have already presented to many of those community members, and we are hoping that it will be a model that will be able to be duplicated at other sacred sites across the whole of Southern Africa. So that's the update for the Sacred Sites Foundation. And thank you all for lending your support over the years. Anyone who feels they want to be aligned with us, please to feel free to reach out to us through the website sacredsitesfoundation.co.za, and we'll be happy to see how we can support you. If you go to our website, you will see we are busy mapping the sacred sites across Southern Africa slowly and surely, and yes, we can certainly use some extra hands on deck for those who would like to lend their support in any way. Personal note, I am running still 2 journeys, sacred site journeys in South Africa and Southern Africa. One is a circle dance with Fleur Barragan de Wet, and we travel to various sacred sites here in the Western Cape area, Garden Route, Bushman's Kloof, Cape Town, and we engage with sacred sites and we do some very interesting, sometimes ancient circle dance ceremonies, a form of meditation and connection that is going to run over 2 weeks. So those of you who can also see my own personal website, deanlaprini.com, and you can find the link to that journey. And then there's a big journey I'm doing, a cross-country one, Sacred Sites Adventure. We will be traveling together as a small group into Botswana, up into Tsodilo Hills, and a very, very ancient ritual cave there, especially of interest to me and the research I'm doing, that is called the Serpent Cave. We'll be spending 5 days, 6 days in that Tsodilo Hills, Botswana area, also connecting with the people, of course, the healers and the elders and the animals of the area as well. And then we travel across to the Caprivi Strip in Namibia, to the Great Okavango River, where we will get a chance again to connect with the spirit of the river, the people, get out on the river in nice wooden canoes, explore the energy of the animals that surround the river as well, in and around the river. We then travel down into Zimbabwe, into Victoria Falls, and right across many sacred sites and very unique villages and elders and medicine men that we'll be meeting along the way. And finally out at Beitbridge and then into Vendaland and visiting the sacred Tate Forest, Lake Fundutsi, and connecting again with the local people of the Venda there in South Africa before we all head off home again. So if any of you wanted to join that journey, the same thing, see my website, deanlaprini.com, and that is Dean, D-E-A-N, and then it's L-I-P-R-I-N-I.com. And just sending you all much love and blessings as this full moon begins to grow on Wednesday. A great time to get out into nature, get up in the mountain, get up on a hill, get up somewhere where you can see the sunset, the moon rise. A great place to bring yourself back into equilibrium, The messages are loud and clear. This is the time for us as individuals to remember, bring pieces of ourselves back together again, get our spiritual core really strong, and become who we truly are in this lifetime. So the message continues to be the same. So take whatever opportunities you can. It's a time for being still, time for meditation, time for reflection, in order to really feel into who you are, what you came into this world for, the gifts that you carry and that you can share with your family, your community. So sending you all much love and blessings until we meet again.